.31?
That was close.
No way! 381!
Leroy just picked up.
Leroy's picked up 500 horsepower.
Yeah. Leroy just got a new motor, pretty much.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, what's up guys? We're out here in North Carolina at A2 Wind Tunnel. This is the same tunnel that Leroy was tested in 6 years ago without a body. And so we've come back today with a body to throw it in there, see what the differences are, and see how it lives up to the CFD wind tunnel testing we did in the computer before building it. We're gonna get the car out, throw it in the wind tunnel, and see what it does.
640 horsepower in the fan, and the tunnel will do 85 miles an hour.
Everyone hold your hats. There we go.
Oh, that's off.
I would hold your hat.
I would definitely hold those glasses.
Now you can see these guys at A2 Wind Tunnel, they got some horsepower.
Everybody survived?
Yeah, we're good,
How was that wind tunnel experience? Yeah, it swept me off my feet. That was pretty awesome.
All right, driver's side. Yep, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
We're gonna all exit, watch our boy get a wind tunnel test from inside the office where all the data screens are, and we can see what his baseline drag coefficient is. All right, so the original drag coefficient, I said 0.67 earlier, I think it's 0.687. It would require 824 horsepower just to maintain 200 miles an hour even. How long do you run the test for?
77 seconds per point. We always take 2 points because if there's some kind of error within the, we're taking a long average. So yeah, you always take 2 averages. It's worse than it was last time.
No way!
What?
Hi!
I told you the triangle was a bad idea.
The triangle fuel tank, dude. We put so much thought into that. You have the pictures from 6 years ago?
I have the pictures from 6 years ago.
2018. Oh, there it is.
6 years.
Oh, is it because the turbos are so far forward now, they just create a gigantic airflow disaster?
I mean, you've also got a big dam here that's kicking the air around all that messy air behind it.
Yeah, but we got
And
rid of
now
all the
all the
messy.
air is trying to make its way through that engine.
Makes
What
sense.
the heck?
That was pretty surprising. It did definitely look like it was going to be better airflow, but it was way worse. It's so bad.
When we made this in the shop, we're like, we're engineers. This thing is about to be so fast. The one time we played in here with a bunch of cardboard, nothing we did made it better.
And making it better with cardboard didn't help. And then we try to make it better, and it's worse.
I can't believe
better,
it.
though.
It does.
Your body's gonna make a wake in the air, and that'll show up in the smoke. So everybody wants to be tied up against the walls, and then we get a pretty smooth smoke streak.
Watch it take off, George.
At different winds, it'll do the same exact thing, right?
Not exact, but it's so good.
So the initial test is done. What we're gonna do is take the body back inside, throw it on the car, and do the smoke stick again, see what it does, and then we're gonna make guesses based on that as to what we think the drag coefficient is gonna be, is what we think the horsepower gain is gonna be, and then we're gonna run the test on the body and see exactly what it is, see who's right, see who's wrong, see who's closest. Let's go. You're gonna gain more pressure.
Keep going.
Oh, damn, this is great. Way like that.
There we go.
Right to the Eagles beat. Oh my God. He got some aerodynamics now. Look at that. Flowing right on down.
All right, so taking the smoke wand to the car actually looked cleaner than it did in the simulation. So pretty stoked about that. You're always worried because you never know what's going to change from the computer into real life. But man, it's smooth right over the top of the car. It went back down into the wicker bill area. That looked good. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'll tell you what, there's what done it right there.
Let's go get it. Let's get a shot
That
at
right
that.
there is what done it right here.
Yes, sir. Everybody knows it.
No, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys done that. That is, well, you saw the difference. All I gotta do is look in the video. Had it there without the body, it's nothing. It just jammed up, smoke up here, put the body on it. Go like it's supposed to. That's great. That is what a testament to it. And picked up 10 mile an hour on the drag strip. You can't make them numbers up.
All right, so before we run the tests on Leroy with a body, I wanted to pause for a moment, go back in time, have a look in the computer and see exactly how this all happened and how the aerodynamics worked in the computer and how they're going to correlate to the actual wind tunnel tests that you're about to see. All right, so to start off, Leroy without a body is not very aerodynamic. We've already seen that. The drag coefficient is currently at a 0.756, which, to put that in perspective, a city bus, like the big giant square, flat-faced city bus that you see driving in town, those have a drag coefficient anywhere from 0.65 to 0.8, give or take, depending on the shape of the bus. 0.8 is more towards the flat front. Those are built like that for a couple reasons. Visibility, maximizing the amount of room you have inside the bus. They don't go very fast. They're in fact built to go pretty slow. But for a race car that's trying to win races, anywhere in that range isn't looking good. So 0.756, a little close to 8, a little close to the drag coefficient of a city bus. So when we started in the computer designing the car, we started with, okay, there's our base. That's what we're trying to beat that. If we can beat that, we're doing something. But we want to get as low as we can, and it shouldn't be too hard. You can pretty much put anybody you want on there, and it's going to be better than that, more than likely. But it's not really that easy. Leroy was originally a C5 Corvette, but it's a C5 Corvette that has had a lot of the body removed and replaced with an outer skeleton structure, an exoskeleton structure, which makes the car a little bit different shaped. So a C5 body wouldn't even fit on there properly right now. So first things first, he wanted to base it on a C7 Corvette. We scanned one of those. So here's the C7 Corvette scan that we took. And if you lay this over top of Leroy, you'll see where the problems start arising. So I lined up the front wheel here, right? This is just as some sort of point of reference. You can see that Leroy sticks out of the front. Engine's obviously breaking through the hood. The windshields line up pretty good, but not great. A lot of that exoskeleton's breaking through the body. The rockers are pretty damn close, but you're gonna have to remove one or the other in order for it to work. The wheelbase is completely off. As you can see, the tire is pushed way back into this wheel well here. And so you've got all these different issues that you're gonna have to overcome if you wanna use a C7 body, or any other body for that matter. You're either gonna have to rip apart a body that you already have, or you're gonna have to completely create something from scratch, which is what we decided to do. And if you're creating something from scratch, you might as well have fun with it. Let's make it an Eagle. Here's the actual Leroy finished body. We put the frame back under there. I just show you half of it here so we can get an idea of what's going on. But you can see how snug we've got it against that frame. It's snug all the way around. It's snug all the way up in here. As snug as we can really get it. It's snug along the sides, you know, so everything's pushed in just to where it's just outside of those tubes. The wheelbase is correct now. And being that we're able to create this thing from scratch, we can design all of this, throw it in the wind tunnel, and test it out, make little tweaks here and there to make it work. Here's Leroy in the wind tunnel, right? And if I turn on the simulation, you can see exactly what's going on here. The orange areas and red are pressure, and then the bluer or greener areas are going to be lift or lack of pressure. So obviously you're going to have some red in the front of the car. That's where air hits it first. The job for the front of the car is to reduce that as much as possible. So just like in the real wind tunnel, we can apply a smoke stick here as well. You've probably seen this in a previous video, but I'll go into a little more detail about it here. What happens is it throws a point in, which is going to release particles, and those particles are going to be affected by the same exact wind that's being blown through this digital room that's creating all the pressure on the car. And so if I move the smoke stick around, you can see exactly what's happening as it goes around the wheel well, as it goes down the side of the car, as it rolls over the top, and we can follow that path through and kind of see what it's going to do as it gets to the back here. So we want this to have some pressure in the rear, and you can see that's happening. We're getting some orange coloration right in here. So there's been a lot of questions about the vortex generators that are on the top of the car. These are small polycarbonate 3D printed pieces. So the air wants to come across the top here, and it wants to break right about here. And so we don't want that. We don't want the air to go like this. We want the air to go and come down into here to create some pressure back there over the rear wheels. So in order to do that, in order to route the air back there, creates a vortex, slowing the air down a little bit, which allows it to get sucked down into here and create pressure. Okay, so here's the simulation with the vortex generators. As you can see, we've got some pressure coming in here, some orange coloration right here that's pushing down on the back of the car essentially. And here's a simulation without the vortex generators. If I switch back and forth between the two, you can see when the vortex generators are on, it's definitely bringing more particles down into that trough, creating more of a downforce, creating more stable car on the track. So how does this all correlate to the real world? Well, the numbers in the computer aren't going to be perfect. There's only so much you can really simulate, but if you can take a high number in the computer, lower it down, the high number in real life is also going to lower down based on the changes you made to the car. So that's what's really important. And what we can do now is take this thing, like we're doing, and put it in a real wind tunnel, compare it, and see if the changes that we made in here actually had a positive or negative effect in real life. So let's go check that out now.
0.756, no body, current status. I'm going down to 0.59. 0.59. What are you guys guessing?
Mine was 0.58.
Oh.
I thought you said 40.
No, 58.
Anyone else? Pete?
I'll go 0.6.
0.6. Okay.
Oh, 0.5.
Yeah, me too.
0.5?
Me too, yeah.
I said.
How is ski?
Oh man, zero.
I said
Way off.
0.46.
It's got to be extreme.
I said 0.39, but I don't know what
Damn,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Looking at
Yeah,
this,
obviously.
I'm going to shoot for a 0.5, and the computer is 0.487. Things changed a little bit, so I'm going to bump it up a little bit to 0.5. Maybe a little low, but I'm thinking 0.5.
$20?
I said 5.
I'm saying 5.8. You're saying 5.0.
I just peeked at the number. You guys might want to all put new numbers.
No, that's not good.
184 with your number. Come on, man. Speed this down.
30 seconds.
I'm dying over here. Yeah.
Watch it goes the other way.
How much is it worth to you?
I mean,
I could just hit the
whatever the daily fee is, I don't know.
Okay, I'm coming back in at 0.46. I just had to make sure that was on the record.
Okay.
All bets are in?
All bets are in.
Here we go. Oh, just kidding.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
Oh, there it is.
0.31!
Time was close.
No way!
Ties the winner.
What does that mean for the horsepower number?
Horsepower, 200 miles an hour required.
380.
381!
Leroy just picked up.
Leroy's picked up 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Leroy just got a new motor.
He
pretty
checks
much.
Okay, so what's
in
the
gear,
actual
so
difference?
We got that.
So
Seven.
real easy. We've
Oh,
actually got
9
that
volts.
built into the spreadsheet also. So you're looking at
525 horsepower at
Look at the
200
drag.
mile an hour.
downforce. You
Wow.
were at 342 total. Now you're at 84 total.
Oh, really?
All right, so right here, Cleet's gonna go into the other room and actually cut some metal, create a wicker bill that's gonna go onto the back of the car so we can move it up and down, test it, and see exactly what it does in different circumstances. We also went so far as to deflate the front wheels a little bit to get that nose down to mimic more what it's gonna really do on the track when it gets to speed. Overall, the changes made little difference here and there. It did give us some numbers though, so that when he is on the track, he can make decisions as to how he wants to adjust things in real time. All right, guys, highly successful mission today out to the wind tunnel to test Leroy. Everything was better than expected. Everybody's happy, Cleet's happy, and he's heading out to World Cup. So anxious to see how the car does out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Trust me, this is a big jump. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey man, don't worry, I got coffee right behind you, dude.
Hey, you better close that up.
There's a coffee
Full
right
cup
over
of
your
coffee
head.
right here.
Get ready for the coffee.
It's fresh stuff too.
You got a coffee?
Fresh stuff right out of the
Hold
pod.
it close to yourself.
Usually fill it up.
He already knows how this is gonna go, bro.
I've already spilled it twice.
Floor it, dude.
This is it, that bridge.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Stop sign.
Floor it, floor it.
Oh no.
We did get coffee. We
We gotta come across the intersection.
Oh, this used to be a field right there. You gotta get it running. Start though.
We gotta come across this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, looks good on the right. Still looks good on the right.
Go for it. Oh my god.
You don't.
You had barked the tires a little bit there.
Back in the day, parking back there was just a field. So you could overshoot it and be fine.
You clear. Now drop and drive and hold it down.
One more time.
There's so many horror stories about people flying with this house.
Oh my.
Go.